The first thing that I want to get into is 2017. You went to
Yeah.
Japan to fight in a few tournaments under custom rules. How was that experience fighting over there?
Oh my God, that was amazing being Japan. I was there for 1 year. Actually, I learned English in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, through my friend Yulia. She fights in the UFC also.
Yeah.
She from Lithuania, and I was living with her and two girls from Nepal. So I had a great experience. I really missed the food. I made good friends. I trained a lot with Tamura. He fought at Pride. They trained
Mhm,
Omigawa-san. He's a judo guy. He fought in the UFC before. He gave me a black belt there from judo.
mhm.
I was fighting for this organization called Seiza. You fight it like team versus team with sumo arena, with sambogi, karate gloves, a lot of rules. Was amazing.
Yeah, you won so many fights. Like you competed multiple times in a day. Like you
Yes.
said, you spent a year there. Was it hard for you being away from family for that year?
Yeah, it is hard. I'm very like family person, so it's still hard for me because I live in California, far away from my family. So, but it's worth it because I'm living the dream.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. You are living the
Yeah.
dream, and you know, I think the UFC. I've heard some things that the UFC early next year they're gonna have a show in Asia, particularly in Korea. Does that
Oh
interest you?
wow. Oh yeah, for sure. I know that they're gonna do a show January in Brazil, so I'm super stoked. I really want to
Mhm.
fight there too, but I would love to fight in Asia.
October 1st, you're back in action. You fight night in Las Vegas. Cheyenne
Hmm.
Velismus, she was your original opponent. She was pulled. Are you disappointed that you're not fighting her? It was a good stylistic matchup.
Well, I was training the whole summer for her. I really got bummer and sad when she told that she cannot do that fight anymore. But I understand, maybe she go going through something in her life. Maybe in the future we can face each other again. But I'm also very happy. I'm fighting Jessica now, so I think it's gonna be a good challenge for me.
Yes, a good challenge and a big opportunity. She's ranked number
Yeah,
15. She's a
yeah.
former title challenger, very experienced. What type of fighter do you see in her?
I think she's a grappler. She has a lot of experience in grappling techniques. She has amazing coach Jay Flo from judo. So I think she has a lot of experience on the grappling. She is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So I think she's more like a jiu-jitsu girl.
I think
Yeah.
you've been to her gym in San Diego. Did you train with her in the past?
When I was there, I think she just had a nose surgery, so she was not
Uh,
sparring. So I had an opportunity to spar with Angela. We trained together sometimes, and another girls was there, but I didn't have a chance to train with Jessica.
all right. So you mentioned
Yeah,
that, you've been preparing for Cheyenne for so long,
yeah,
and then a
yeah.
month out, they changed to May. What are the differences in them, the two girls?
Cheyenne, she's more like striking girl, stand up. I
Mhm.
think she's more aggressive, but the game plan didn't change much. I think we stick with the same game plan, just adjust some techniques for what Jessica does.
You and Jessica, you guys are very skilled on the ground. How do you rate her jujitsu?
Hmm. I think she's a ranked black belt. I would rate
Mhm.
her as a black belt. Yeah, her jiu-jitsu
You
is
know,
very good.
yeah, of course, yeah, the black belt very good, but then at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, jiu-jitsu and MMA is a little bit different, right? You have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
adapt.
I
Right.
think she has a lot of experience in the martial arts, especially in MMA. She's been in the UFC for I don't know 8 years or more,
Mhm.
and she have been doing some finishes on the fight, and she's been doing that for a long time. So I would say she's good. She's very good. She looks good.
Yes, definitely. And
Mhm.
it seems like you've been training at a few places to prepare for
Mhm.
fight. Where do you train and who are your coaches?
Well, I'm training a lot of gyms.
Mhm.
I have my main coach here in my hometown in Ventura. I train at Paragon here. My head coach is Ricardo Miller from Ginha. My knuckleheads boxing, Coach Ross, my wrestling coach, Coach Carl, and then I go to Saxons to train Muay Thai with Julio. I go at Black House to train with Jason Park, and I do some sparring over there too. I go at Ruka Gym. I go at Gracie Barra Tarzana for some jiu-jitsu sparrings. So I'm all around.
Yeah, it's a crazy schedule, right?
It's a crazy schedule. I have my strength conditioning coach too.
How do you manage
Yeah.
everything? Do you have somebody that helps you, or do you just control everything on your own?
I control everything on my own. I have my schedule plan. I have some very good people around me that help me with social media, emails, everything. But in terms of routine and schedule and training, I do everything by myself.
I mentioned earlier that you are very skilled on the ground, so everybody's gonna look at the striking. Everybody wants to be all around good fighter. How have
Yeah.
you advanced your striking the last couple of years? Because it seems like you've been working on it intensively.
Yes, I do strike every day. So I think I'm really improved that. I'm super excited to show everyone what I have been training.
What aspect, what part of striking has come easier for you? Is it the boxing? Is it the Muay Thai? Which part?
I think both, both,
Mhm.
both.
Wow.
I have been working hard in both.
All right, all right, all right. I'm excited to see like when the striking, comes out, because you see it a little bit, at each fight. But
Mhm,
then
mhm.
one fight, everybody's gonna be like, "Whoa, where did
Yeah,
this come from?" You know what I mean? It's gonna happen, right?
yeah.
Do you feel like that could happen in this fight?
I am pretty sure that can happen. I feel like it just by flow. If things gonna come, I'm not forcing anything. I'm
Mhm.
just gonna do me.
You have 8 fights as a professional. Which fight do you think you learned most from? Which fight do you feel like you grew most from?
I think I can grow in all the fights that I did. You always learn something for all the fights that you do. You have to go back, have to watch your fights. I think everyone does that, and we always improve for each fight, looking
Mhm.
for improvement. I think all the fights I have improvement.
You debuted in 2021 against Manon Farriot, right? And you
Yes.
were an undefeated prospect. A lot of people are like, this is, you're one of the,
Mhm.
one of the best coming into the division. You suffered your first loss, and then you digged yourself out your first loss
Yeah.
and won 2 in a row. Was that
Mhm.
tough for you? Was that difficult for you, or was it like easy to put something in the past?
Well, I don't know if I can count much man on fights for me because I accept the fight in 3 days notice, and I was in a different weight class, and I'm not belong to flyweight anyways because I'm not a flyweight. I'm like walking around like very low weight, and like I didn't had to cut in anything. But I learned a lot with that fight too. It was a great experience for me. And if I have to do it again, I would do it again because it was my dream to get the UFC contract and, fighting for them. That's all I do. My life is training and trying to be the best. So
Mhm.
it was a risky, but it was worth it. And I was comfortable in confidence for the other fights was nothing like putting me down.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great to hear. And this fight, I think that there's going to be some incredible scrambles and submission
Yeah.
attempts with Penne. How do you see this fight playing out?
Well, I don't know much about her game plan against me,
Mhm,
but I think that fight will be a finish. I'm
mhm.
not sure if it's gonna be stand up on the ground, but I can see that it will be a finish.
All right, sounds good. One last topic. Of course, a lot of people are going to ask you about this, the title fight in your division, Esparza
Yeah.
versus Weili. I think everybody knows what Esparza wants to do, right? Everybody knows. It's just,
Yes.
can you stop it, right? That's the question. What do you think Weili needs to do to win this fight?
I think she just needs to be her. She's super aggressive. She's going forward. Uh, I think she had a great big chance to win the fight if she keep the aggressive striking, and she just needs to work a little bit on her takedowns defense, specific for Carla. But I think she has a great chance to win the fight.
Do you see like a finish or a decision in that fight?
I think Woody can finish the fight like in striking.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
October 1st, you're back in
Yeah.
action. You get this opportunity to face a ranked opponent, and if
Yeah.
you win, you get 3 in a row. That puts you in a beautiful position in the division. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Tabitha, for the time, and good luck on the fight.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, for inviting me to be part of this record. And I want to shout out Jason from Black House, all my gyms here, Ventura, Paragon, Knucklehead, AOX, Saxons, Gracie Baja, all of those. Thank you guys.